Hi, my name is Catherine Barrett, and I live here with my husband Malcolm at Tregooden Farm in North Cornwall. Here at Tregooden, we have a beef and arable enterprises. In the last couple of years, we've been trying out different ways of establishing maize, as we feel it's really important to stop soil erosion and soil ending up on our roads and rivers.
The reason for trying different cultivations was our interest from the beginning in min-till, direct drilling, looking after soil health and trying to keep more carbon within our soils.
We hope this film helps other farmers understand how easy it can be done to grow a good crop of maize to feed our livestock as well as look after our soils.
The problems I see with ploughing is just destroying the structure of the soil moving through with the plough, whereas the min-till system, we're not moving nowhere near the amount of soil and the worms can keep their potentially homes in the soil without us ruining it.
That way we're locking carbon in the ground and keeping our soil healthy.
The top 2 inches of the soil now is so free and easy to work with. We basically just split 2 fields down into kind of equal shares where we ploughed a section, we min-tilled a section and we direct drilled a section. The plough system was ploughed, power harrowed and then drilled. The min-till, we used a big Sumo cultivator and then drilled. The direct drill area with Mzuri,
the fuel used was massively different. The conventional area where the plough, power harrow and drill was used, that worked out to be 11.1 litres an acre. And then you get to the direct drilled area. And of course, with only one operation, it was a massive difference again, with only 2 litres an acre of fuel being used.
So the fields that we've got maize in this year were spring barley. After the spring barley, we planted a cover crop, which was a 6-way mix, which we've grown now for a few years.
Come October, we turn the cattle into those fields to graze through winter.
Worms, the biology and the dung beetles are doing the job of taking all that manure that the cattle have spread on the fields for us, rather than we having to do it. It naturally took it into the ground for us.
Come March, the cattle came out of the field so we could prepare for drilling.
And it's lovely and moist. The rain we've had has definitely penetrated the soil. That's, I think, why we're just chiselling this year.
Each field is different. Malcolm assessed them individually to decide the right approach. After chiselling, we discarded to level the surface. We did need to use some glyphosate in some areas. You can't eliminate everything overnight. But even with 2 operations, fuel use stayed minimal. For the actual drilling, we used our Mzuri drill, a key part of making min-till work and establishing our maize crop.
So at the front, we've got what they call a low disturbance leg, and then a disc on the front to cut through any trash. The idea of this leg is, one, if there's a little bit of compaction in the soil, it just takes that compaction out. Secondly, it cuts a slot in the soil, which will act as a drainage slot. So during heavy rain, seed won't sit in a lot of water because the water is able to get down below the seed and filter out rather than sit with the seed. We're growing 39 acres. So far, it took us about 6 hours to chisel all that, about 4.5 hours to go across with the discs, and we haven't even used a tank of fuel yet. We're talking 2 comfortable days to work the field and drill the maize. It's, for us, such a cost-effective way for a one-man operation. So the germination of the maize has been very good again this year. It's come up within 10 days of being planted. It's looking green, it's looking healthy, and it's getting off to a good start. We've had a very good spring, plenty of moisture and a nice bit of sunshine to get the crops growing.
In the spring and in the summer, the crop thrived. Now we see if the min-till would deliver at harvest. By late summer, the maize was ripening. The grain had changed from milky white to golden yellow, just a few weeks from harvest.
So this year's harvest has been very good considering the season we've had with the drought. Our crop got off to a good establishment and grew very rapid. We were able to harvest in the dry, and the machinery made very little impact on the soil. Where trailers and the forager are driven, you could hardly see any marks in the field. And the crop came off at about 12.5 tonnes to the acre, but that was at, I think it was about 37% dry matter. Overall, we were very pleased with the yield of the crop.
The yields look good, but what about the soil itself? We brought in Jerry Alford, Senior Farming Advisor at the Soil Association, to give us his expert assessment.
Here we have the real hard workers. So a really good deep burrowing worm, meaning that we've got plenty of food available for the soil biology. One of the advantages of this sort of way of cultivating is that we're not breaking it up into very sort of fine particles and expecting it to reform. So it's a nice, open, easy structure. Moisture is held there. Water infiltration is likely to be very good. And what we can see here is really nice, deep, straight roots, which means they're not hitting anything to stop them. Maize is actually doing very well in this sort of situation because its roots are able to move. Despite not having had deep cultivations, what we haven't got is a compact layer.
The science backed us up. Even after harvest machinery, heavy rain came, the fields drained perfectly. We've built resilient soil.
So my advice to anybody who wants to look at alternative techniques is start with cover crops. Get a cover crop in as soon as you've cut off cereals off, get the soil working. Once that soil is alive with roots and biology and worms, everything else will come together after that. It's what the living roots in the soil is what makes your life easier with cultivations and crop growing. The only thing I wish I'd done differently is that I'd learned this years ago.
5 years ago, we knew a lot less about how important our soils are. The trials changed everything. If you're thinking about starting mint or maize, start small, talk to other farmers doing it, and see what works for you. It worked for us, and we hope this film gives you the confidence to give it a try.